This is the true story of the deepest hole ever drilled. In 1970, Soviet scientists started drilling a hole into the Earth, not to find oil or gold, but to uncover the planet's deepest secrets. They never expected what they would hear. 12 kilometers down, strange temperatures, impossible fossils, and then, sounds. Sounds no one could explain. In chasing the unknown, we sometimes dig too deep, not just into the earth, but into the shadows of our own fears. In the cold, unforgiving reaches of the Soviet Arctic, where the sun barely touches the horizon and the wind never sleeps, a team of Soviet scientists embarked on one of the most ambitious, and bizarre, scientific projects in human history. It was the 1970s, and the Cold War was more than just a geopolitical tension, it was a race for supremacy in every field, space, science, and even beneath the surface of the Earth. This is the true story of the Kola Superdeep Borehole, the deepest man-made hole ever drilled into the Earth's crust. What began as a bold scientific mission soon became the center of wild rumors, terrifying legends, and one chilling mystery: what exactly did they find, down there? The Soviet obsession with the unknown. In May 1970, Soviet scientists began drilling on the Kola Peninsula, near the border with Norway. Their goal? To study the Earth's crust by drilling as deep as technology would allow. At the time, no one had ever gone more than a few kilometers below the surface. Oil rigs and geothermal projects had broken records, but the Soviets wanted something more: pure scientific knowledge. They believed that by analyzing rock samples from deeper and deeper layers, they could understand how our planet was formed, how earthquakes behaved, and what secrets might lie in the deepest chambers of the Earth. There was no oil, no gas, no mineral prize awaiting them. Just data. And maybe, just maybe, answers. The location was chosen for its stable geology. The Kola Peninsula sat on one of the oldest continental crusts in the world, dating back nearly 3 billion years. It was the perfect place to dig deep into Earth's ancient past. They set up a high-tech drilling station, outfitted with a massive derrick, complex cooling systems, and the best minds in Soviet geology. What followed was a decades-long descent into the unknown. Breaking records, and rock. At first, progress was steady. By 1979, they had drilled over 9,000 meters, beating the previous world record. The team celebrated. Champagne bottles were popped. Soviet newspapers declared victory. But the deeper they drilled, the stranger things became. Around 10,000 meters, the rock began acting wrong. The temperature was much higher than predicted, up to 180 degrees Celsius 356 degrees Fahrenheit. The rocks were also far more fractured and unstable than expected. Every additional meter required a battle against the Earth itself. Then came the unexpected discoveries. The team retrieved rock samples containing fossilized plankton, tiny organisms embedded in layers over 2 billion years old. How could such life forms exist at such depths? It defied the geological understanding of the time. They also discovered pockets of water, not surface water seeping down, but primordial water trapped since the planet formed. It was unlike any water seen before. Superheated, under intense pressure, and chemically unique. The scientific community was stunned. But the world wasn't listening yet. That would change, with a whisper. The sounds from below. Sometime in the late 1980s, though the exact date remains shrouded in mystery, something happened at the Kola site that turned the scientific mission into a legend whispered around the world. According to a series of sensational reports, the drilling team lowered a heat-resistant microphone into the borehole, hoping to record the movement of tectonic plates. What they allegedly captured instead sent chills down their spines. The story goes like this. We heard sounds. Not mechanical, not geological. They sounded like screams. Human-like. As if thousands of voices were crying out from within the earth itself. The recording, if it ever existed, was never officially released. But soon after, American tabloids, radio shows, and fringe documentaries began referring to it as the well to hell. They claimed the Soviets had drilled so deep, they pierced a gateway to the underworld. The rumor caught fire in religious circles. Preachers declared it proof of hell's location. Others dismissed it as Cold War propaganda or a hoax fabricated to mock Soviet science. But the damage was done. The Kola borehole was no longer just a scientific marvel. It was a symbol of human arrogance, and a warning. What the scientists really said. Of course, the actual scientists involved in the project rejected the story. Dr. David Guberman, one of the engineers, would later call the rumors ridiculous. No such microphone was ever used, he said in an interview. This was a geological project. We recorded seismic waves, not ghost stories. But the mystery endured. It didn't help that the project was eventually abandoned in 1992, just 1 year after the Soviet Union collapsed. Funding dried up, and the site was closed. The borehole, reaching a final depth of 12,262 meters, over 40,000 feet, was sealed with a thick metal cap. To this day, no one has ever drilled deeper. And the strange part? The data they collected, the extreme heat, the unexpected fossil layers, the trapped water, remains some of the most confounding ever recorded in geology. Epilogue: What lies beneath? Today, the Kola Superdeep Borehole lies forgotten in the Arctic tundra. The facility is rusted, the buildings abandoned. Just a circular metal cap remains, bolted shut like the lid of Pandora's box. Tourists sometimes visit it. Conspiracy theorists whisper about it. But few truly understand the scale of what was done there, or what might have been uncovered. Because whether or not the screams were real, whether the rumors were Cold War disinformation, or a misinterpreted scientific event, one truth remains. We dug deeper into the earth than ever before, and something stared back. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Part 4 is coming soon, where we explore the origins of the well to hell legend, track its spread through global media, and reveal never-before-heard reports from former Soviet staff.